Ballerina of the Meadow. In the peaceful village of Willow Brook, nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, lived a lively little girl named Christine. She had hair the color of sunshine and eyes that sparkled with curiosity. Every morning, Christine danced through the meadows, her arms stretched wide as if she could hug the sky. Dewdrops clung to the blades of grass, glistening like tiny diamonds under her twirling feet. Her best friend was a playful squirrel named Pip, whose bushy tail often twitched with excitement as he scampered beside her. Pip loved to mimic Christine's movements, leaping from one stone to another as she danced. The two of them made quite a pair, the graceful girl and her nimble squirrel, dancing to the music of nature. "Someday," Christine said, gazing dreamily at the horizon, "I'll dance on a stage so grand it will touch the clouds, and you'll be there, Pip," clapping louder than anyone. But Christine had a secret worry. While she practiced her plies and leaps on the soft meadow grass, her feet often grew sore from the rough earth. She had no ballet shoes, only her bare toes, which were often scuffed and scratched. "How can I ever be a real ballerina without proper shoes?" she wondered aloud one sunny afternoon, her voice carrying on the gentle breeze. That day, as the golden sunlight filtered through the trees at the edge of the meadow, Christine noticed something unusual, a glimmering patch of wildflowers swaying in the breeze. She tiptoed closer, her curiosity leading her into the forest. The trees stood tall and ancient, their branches forming a canopy of emerald green. Seated on a moss-covered stump was an elderly woman with silvery hair that shone like moonlight. Her flowing robes shimmered faintly, as though they were woven with threads of starlight. She was humming a soft, melodic tune that seemed to dance in the air. "Hello, Christine," the woman said, her voice warm and musical. "I've been watching you dance. Your movements are full of life and joy." Christine hesitated, her heart fluttering like a butterfly. "Thank you," she said shyly. "But how do you know my name?" The woman's eyes twinkled. "I am Madame Rose, a friend to all who dream big." She leaned forward, her voice soft but serious. "Why do you look so troubled, my dear?" Christine lowered her gaze to her bare feet. "I want to be a ballerina, but I don't have ballet shoes. How can I ever dance on a real stage without them?" Madame Rose smiled knowingly and reached into a satchel by her side. From it, she pulled out a pair of ballet slippers unlike any Christine had ever seen. They shimmered faintly, their satin ribbons glowing softly like the first light of dawn. "These are no ordinary slippers," Madame Rose said as she handed them to Christine. "They are magic. They will help you become the dancer you dream of being. But remember, the true magic lies not in the slippers but in your heart. Dance with kindness, courage, and love, and they will take you far." Christine slipped on the slippers, and they fit perfectly, as if they had been made just for her. The moment she rose to her toes, she felt a strange yet wonderful sensation. Her body seemed to move effortlessly, her feet as light as air. She spun in a perfect pirouette, the world around her blurring into a swirl of colors. "Thank you, Madame Rose," Christine exclaimed, her voice brimming with joy. Madame Rose smiled one last time before fading into the shadows of the forest. "Dance well, Christine. Your journey is just beginning." From that day forward, Christine practiced diligently. Each morning, she danced in the meadow, her movements growing more precise and graceful. The slippers seemed to guide her, but as time passed, Christine realized it was her own effort that made her better. Pip cheered her on, sometimes tying ribbons to his tail to match hers. The villagers began to notice her talent. "Look at Christine," they whispered. "She dances like a swan gliding across a still lake." Children gathered to watch her twirl, and the local musicians played tunes to accompany her performances in the village square. One day, a grand letter arrived at Christine's doorstep. It bore a golden seal and read, "Dear Christine, you are invited to audition for the Royal Ballet School in the city. We have heard of your talent and would be honored to see you dance." Christine's heart raced as she clutched the letter. "Pip, can you believe it? This is my chance," she said, twirling him in the air. But as excitement bubbled within her, so did doubt. "What if I'm not good enough?" Pip chattered and patted her hand, as if to say, "You've worked so hard. You'll be wonderful." The day of the audition arrived. The Grand Theater was unlike anything Christine had ever seen. Its ceiling soared high, adorned with glittering chandeliers, and its stage seemed to stretch endlessly under the golden lights. Other dancers, with years of training, stretched and practiced around her. Christine took a deep breath, clutching her slippers tightly. When her name was called, she stepped onto the stage, the spotlight warm on her skin. She closed her eyes for a moment, imagining the meadow, Pip, and the golden sunlight. Then she began to dance. Her movements were like poetry in motion, fluid, graceful, and full of emotion. As she leapt and twirled, the slippers seemed to hum with energy, but Christine knew it was her heart and hard work guiding her steps. When the music ended, there was a moment of silence, followed by thunderous applause. One of the judges smiled and said, "Christine, your dancing is not only skillful but full of soul. Welcome to the Royal Ballet School." Christine's journey didn't end there. She spent years at the school, perfecting her craft and performing in grand productions. Finally, she was cast as the lead in Swan Lake, the role of her dreams. On the night of her big performance, the audience held their breath as Christine danced across the stage, her every movement a testament to her passion and dedication. When the final note played, the crowd rose to their feet, cheering and clapping. Christine looked at her now worn slippers and smiled. After the show, Christine spoke to young dancers in the audience. "These slippers were a gift," she said, holding them up, "but the real magic was never in them. It was in my heart, my determination, and my love for dancing. Remember, dreams come true when you work hard, believe in yourself, and dance through life with kindness and joy." And with that, Christine's story became a legend, inspiring children everywhere to chase their dreams with courage, grace, and a little bit of magic in their hearts. Like, share and subscribe for more stories.